sequels, unexpected reboots, and bold new experiments. Animation is about to enter a wild new era. Some of the most beloved franchises are coming back, with Toy Story 5, Kung Fu Panda 5, and Inside Out 3. Be Mega Minions a live-action How to Train Your Dragon. Nice to meet you, I'm Finley, and this is Nerd Flame. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. Did you know you can make money doing what you love and change your life forever with just $23? That's right. Stick around until the end of the video, and I'll tell you how. Now, let's get to the content. When it comes to sequels, the hype is always real, but so is the risk of disappointment. Some of the biggest upcoming animated movies are continuations of beloved franchises, like Kung Fu Panda 4 and 5, Madagascar 4, Toy Story 5, and Inside Out 2 and 3. These movies are walking a fine line between nostalgia and innovation. Fans want to see their favorite characters back in action, but they also expect fresh stories that don't feel like lazy cash grabs. Will these sequels capture the magic of their predecessors, or are we heading into too many sequels territory? Take Toy Story 5, for example. The Toy Story saga was supposed to end perfectly, twice. First with Toy Story 3, then with Toy Story 4. Now, Pixar is rolling the dice on a fifth movie, which begs the question, do we really need it? Or is it just another attempt to milk the franchise for more nostalgia-fueled box office success? Meanwhile, Inside Out 2 and 3 are taking an entirely different approach, expanding on Riley's emotions as she grows older. Unlike Toy Story 5, these sequels might actually make sense narratively. After all, emotions evolve, and so should the story. Then we have Madagascar 4, a movie that fans have been waiting on for over a decade. The third installment, Europe's Most Wanted, left things in a pretty satisfying place. So what's next for Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria? If DreamWorks plays it safe, we might just get another goofy adventure. But if they take risks, we could see a more mature take on these characters' journeys. And let's not forget Kung Fu Panda 4 and 5. The franchise has consistently delivered strong sequels. But as Poe's journey continues, DreamWorks needs to ensure the series doesn't overstay its welcome. At the end of the day, sequels are a double-edged sword. On one hand, they bring back the characters and worlds we love. On the other, they risk ruining what made the originals so special. Will these upcoming movies live up to expectations, or will they be the animated equivalent of a franchise overstaying its welcome? One thing's for sure, audiences will be watching closely, popcorn in hand, ready to judge. Not every upcoming animated movie is a sequel to a long-running franchise. Some of these upcoming films are total curveballs, projects that nobody saw coming but could end up stealing the spotlight. Mega Minions, Angry Birds 3, and the live-action How to Train Your Dragon are just a few of the unexpected releases that have fans both excited and confused. Are these movies potential game changers? Or are we looking at studios throwing ideas at the wall to see what sticks? Let's start with Mega Minions. Just when you thought the Minions couldn't take over pop culture any more than they already have, Illumination decides to double down. We've had Despicable Me Minions and the rise of Gru, but Mega Minions? That title alone suggests that these little yellow chaos machines are about to go even bigger. Will it be a genius move that expands their universe in a fresh way? Or will it finally be the movie that makes audiences say, enough is enough? Then there's Angry Birds 3, which is honestly kind of surprising. The first movie was a fun, unexpected hit, and the second one actually improved on it. But with the mobile game craze not being what it once was, does Angry Birds 3 even have an audience anymore? Sony Animation seems to think so. If they can make it work with great humor and solid animation, it might just prove that video game-based movies can have a longer shelf life than we thought. And finally, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. Now this one is a real wild card. DreamWorks' original trilogy is one of the most beloved animated sagas of all time. So turning it into live action is a massive gamble. Will it capture the heart and stunning visuals of the original? Or are we about to witness another classic ruined by Hollywood's obsession with remakes? If done right, this could be The Lion King 2019. But with dragons. If done wrong, well, let's just say fans won't hold back their opinions. The world of animation is evolving at a rapid pace, and these upcoming releases are proof that studios are constantly pushing the limits of storytelling, visuals, and technology. But the big question is, where is animation headed in the next few years? With Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, and Illumination still dominating the industry, are we going to see these giants continue their reign, or is there room for fresh competition? As we look at upcoming films like Inside Out 3, Kung Fu Panda 5, and Toy Story 5, it's clear that studios are banking on nostalgia. But is that enough? Technology is playing a huge role in shaping the future of animated movies. We've seen stunning innovations in CGI, as well as a resurgence of stylized animation, thanks to films like Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This influence can already be felt in newer projects, and fans are expecting even more experimental animation techniques in the future. Will Pixar and Disney stick to their classic polished look, or will they finally take risks with more unique visual styles? Another major shift is the rise of animated franchises over original stories. Studios are leaning heavily on sequels and reboots, as seen with How to Train Your Dragon live action and the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2. While this strategy is great for securing box office success, it raises the concern of creativity taking a backseat. Are we heading toward a future where originality is sacrificed for brand recognition? Or will new voices and studios break through the noise to introduce fresh ideas that redefine the industry? Ultimately, animation's future depends on whether studios are willing to take risks. Audiences love nostalgia, but they also crave innovation. If Hollywood keeps playing it safe, we could be looking at a decade of rehashed ideas. But if studios start prioritizing creativity and unique storytelling, we might be on the verge of another golden age of animation. Either way, one thing's for sure: animation isn't just for kids anymore, and its evolution is something worth keeping an eye on. So, are we looking at a golden age of animation, or are studios just milking franchises for all they're worth? With Inside Out 3x Kung Fu Panda 5 continuing Poe's journey, and even Mega Minions shaking things up, there's a mix of both nostalgia and risk-taking on the horizon. But with Hollywood doubling down on sequels and live-action remakes, it's clear that audiences will have to decide if they're here for the ride, or if they're ready for something new. Either way, one thing's for sure: animation is bigger than ever, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Which upcoming movie are you most excited for? Drop it in the comments. And if you love nerding out over movies, shows, and games, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because trust me, we have a lot to talk about. $23 is enough to change your life. Don't miss out. This method teaches regular people how to make money online by talking about what they love on YouTube without ever showing their face. You don't have to appear on camera, and you can still earn big. But hurry, this offer won't last long. The link is in the pinned comment.